Welcome to Jumpers for Goalposts and your results show for the Total Motion Midland Football League. These are the results for Saturday, the 21st of April, and a pivotal day across all the MFL divisions. And we've got to start in the Premier Division and congratulate Bromsgrove Sporting as they lifted the Premier Division title with a 3-1 win at Loughborough University. Richard Gregory, John Parkett and Jason Cowley on target for the champions. The race for the second promotion spot intensified somewhat as second place Highgate United were beaten 3-0 at Worcester City. That keeps City's faint hopes alive. Coleshill Town took 58 minutes to break the deadlock at home to bottom club Roaster, and then the floodgates opened with the Colemen winning 7-1. Matt Gardner with a hat-trick for Coleshill. That means there's a gap to second of just 1 point with 4 games remaining. Going to be really tight at the top. At the foot of the table, South Normanton Athletic moved 6 points clear of the drop zone. They had a 2-1 home win over Boldmere St Michael's. Jack Tyson with the all-important winner there. And Horman grabbed a last-minute equaliser at the Sports Village to draw 1 apiece with Coventry United, who had 2 players sent off in the second half. Shawbury United saw their survival hopes take a huge dent as they lost their third home game in a week. They were down 3-1 at home to AFC Wolfrunians. Dominic Moan scoring twice for the Wolves. Fifth place Sporting Castle were beaten 3-2 at the CKW Stadium by Quorn. They also lost a man. They finished with 10 men. And Heanor Town are the informed side in the division. They made it 5 wins on the trot. They beat Lye Town 2-1 at the town ground. Jamie Slay scoring twice. Rugby Town came from behind to beat Shepshed Dynamo 3-2. Liam Reid had scored twice for Shepshed. Sam Belcher got the winner for Rugby. Long Eaton United beat Westfield 2-1 at Grange Park. All of those goals coming in the last 20 minutes. While Stourport Swifts put any fears of relegation to bed with a 2-1 win at Walsh's Meadow over Coventry Sphinx. Now, there's loads of games coming up in midweek. In the Premier Division, we have games on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Games at the top of the table. Highgate United away at Sporting Calcer on Monday. Worcester City at home to Roaster on Tuesday. And the champions go to Lye Town also on Tuesday night. And on just looking at on Thursday, Coleshill Town go to inform Heanor Town. At the bottom, the games to look out for is really, if you take on board that Roaster are probably gone, South Normanton away at Coventry United on Monday. Looking for Hormander away at Coventry Sphinx on Monday. Shawbury United at home to Loughborough University Wednesday. Coventry United at home to Hormond also on Wednesday. South Normanton at home to Sporting Calcer on Wednesday. So we could see quite a shake-up in the Premier Division table when we come to talk about it next weekend. Into Division 1 and more champions crowned. Walsall Wood were crowned champions today. They had an exciting 4-3 win over Racing Club Warwick at the Scholars Ground, the home of Chasetown Football Club. I was there for that game. Lee Brown gave the Wood the lead after just 52 seconds. The races were level after 10 minutes. Sean Kavanagh with the goal. Peter Till scored a screamer in the first half before 2 Paul Sullivan goals just after half-time. Seemingly made it game safe for the home side with a 4-1 lead. Trey Bertie thought otherwise. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes from him, and Walsall Wood holding on at the end. But they are champions with 5 games remaining. The battle for a top 3 spot saw Leicester Road beat Chelmsley 2-1. Stoppage time winner there from Sam Munton. And Hinckley boosted their goal difference, a 9-2 win over Bowlall Swifts, and it's looking really, really bad for Bowlall at the bottom of the table. James Williams scored 3, Richard Lavery and Luke Richards 2, and that's 130 league goals now for Hinckley. 2 goals in the last 5 minutes gave Atherstone Town a 2-0 win at Paget Rangers. That maintained their top 5 challenge and top 3 challenge, I beg your pardon. Great result at the bottom for Stafford Town. Second win in succession, and they've now moved 7 points clear of the the drop. Jordan Dodd scored twice as Town beat Pershore Town 3-1 at Evans Park. Brockton also had their second win in succession as they climbed to 16th. Ryan Burns' goal 5 minutes from time earned them a 1-0 win at Littleton. Utoxeter Town took a 3-0 lead at Studley. James Curley scoring 2 more, getting plenty of goals is Mr. Curley. Studley came back though and drew that one 3 apiece. Lewis Clark got a brace for Studley. The league's leading scorer Simeon Coburn was at it again. 2 more, taking his tally to 67 as Heather St John's beat Nuneaton Griff 3-0 at the Pingles. Tom Green scored late on for Lichfield City as they beat Cadbury Athletic 1-0. And Mark Potts scored twice for Heath Hayes in their 3-1 win over Coventry Copsewood. Again, loads of games for you this week, Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. Intriguing game really on Tuesday sees the top 2 meet at the ML Safety Stadium with Walsallwood hosting Ilkeston Town. Hinkley against Atherstone, also a cracking game to look forward to on Tuesday. And down at the bottom, Coventry Alvis are going to have a busy week. They're away at Studley and also at home to Utoxeter Town. And Bowhall Swifts, just when you think it couldn't get any worse for Swifts after that 9-2 defeat at Hinkley on Thursday, they travel to Walsallwood. So they're not going to be looking forward to that one with any great hope, I wouldn't have thought. Into Division 2, and we've not got a promotion or relegation to talk about here, but that will come because lots of our sides have got many games still to play. NKF Burbage moved 9 points clear at the top. They won away at Barn Green Spartak 2-0. Curtis Thomas' goal in the 16th minute was enough for Smithswood Firs in their 1-0 win at Northfield Town. Smithswood are now just a point off second with 6 games in hand. They've got to watch out for Droitwich Spa though. Nick Seaborn scoring twice as Spa won 3-2 at Redditch Borough. And they're on a great run now, Droitwich Spa. Only 4 points off second themselves, and they also have games in hand on Hampton. Montpellier saw their promotion chances fade further with the 2-0 defeat at Fairfield Villa and slipped down to 6 now, have the Pellers. And Moors Academy are flying at the moment. Another good win for them, 3-0 away at Earlswood Town. That moves them up to 8th. Far too late to challenge for promotion, but what a run they're on. And the other 2 games both ended in 1-1 draws, Coton Green and Knoll sharing the spoils at Newmill Lane, while at the Intaco it was Feckenham 1, Bloxwich Town 1. Again, games coming out of our ears Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Games affecting both the top and the bottom. Smithswood Firs at home to Redditch Borough on Tuesday, and then they're away to Coton Green on Thursday. NKF Burbage, 2 away games at Knoll and Feckenham, and the bottom side as well, Pelsall Villa. They're in action on Wednesday night at home to Droitwich Spa. Check out the website if you want to find out the latest on fixtures because they are changing on a daily basis. Into Division 3 now, and more champions to talk about. GMP Sports finally lifted the Division 3 title, but they did it in something of an emphatic style. 7-2 win over promotion rival Central Ajax. Now, on Thursday, they lost away at FC Stratford, and there must have been a little bit of apprehension when Ajax took the lead in the second minute through Joe Wright. But by half-time, any fears had subsided as GMP went into the break 6-1 ahead. A great season as their first season in the Midland Football League. The battle for second spot is bound to go right to the wire. Second place, Barty Street did themselves the power of good. They beat Castlevale 9-1. Tom Bendell scored 4 and Darren Andrews 2. And they're getting points on the board and everyone else is playing catch-up. Be interesting to see what happens there. Boldmere Sports and Social Falcons, they stay third. They had a 3-2 win over Continental Star. And FC Stratford backed up that win over the champions on Thursday with a 2-0 win at Inkbarrow. They are now fourth. Ulster Town are 5th, and they had an early morning kick-off. They kicked off at Enfield Athletic because of cricket at 10 a.m. Didn't affect them too much as their manager James Robbins scored both in a 2-0 win. And AFC Solihull scored 2 late goals to beat CT Shush 4-3 at Tudor Grange. 2 hat-tricks in this game. Andy Matthews for Solihull and Joe Borland did exactly the same for CT Shush. 2 goals apiece from Neil Wilson and James Drinkwater helped Shipston Excelsior to a 5-1 win at Leamington Hibernian. And Coventrians travelled to Birmingham Tigers and picked up all 3 points with a 2-1 win. Games on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday in Division 3. And so I'm just the pick of them. Potentially on Tuesday, FC Stratford at home to Ulster Town. Both of those going for promotion. And on Thursday, Central Ajax at home to AFC Solihull. Plenty of fixtures next weekend. And I think when we get to next weekend, we may well see a number of those other promotion and relegation places confirmed. Until then, enjoy your football. Ta-ra.